as I was saying, this is the best place somebody can stay. As you can watch there, we have some buildings there and people do stay over there. And the next thing that you're going to meet is the railway. That's where we have a huge gap in between the building and the forest. So what makes this place so accessible is the railway line that passes here, that usually takes people during the morning hours, transit people during the morning hours from the town, from not town, from the residential areas to the CBD. And as you see from here, so this is a public land, and that's why I'm walking where I feel safe and nobody's going to come and disturb me here. I believe the music you are hearing from is the music from where they are selling local brew called Mtongoya or what. There's something called how do we call this local brew that is made for Mtongoi, not Pusa. Yeah, it's a local brew. It's not an hybrids. So that's what also makes this place somehow ish. You would not like to stay there if you are from. If we are used to. Can you see this tree? It's a very nice tree that everybody can like to have. And as you move ahead or as you move front, you will find that these forests. I think I'm going to take you inside of the forest. Inside the forest, and we'll see. Believe me, you end up encountering some wildlife or wild animals. Anyway, wildlife is a bit exponential. What? But in this case, I'm referring to animals like elephants, hyena, buffaloes, zebras, name them. And so, if you know the name of these plants, somebody told me it's recognized as a medicine, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. There's a day I was inside this place. I came here last time to try to enjoy the serenity of the environment, and I encountered one man who was harvesting some leaves from these trees, and he explained to me that some of them he was going to use them for the purpose of medical purpose. So I took that one not serious, but if I meet him next time, I will try to have some explanation on how it works. I think I've passed the wrong way, but anyway, you must enter into the forests regardless. I know the routes and that car. This is Africa and this is Kenya, to be specifically East Africa. If you're watching us from any place you are, either you are in Nairobi, either you are in Kenya, either you are in East Africa, we appreciate your support. We'd like you to request you to subscribe, to hit that subscription button so that you can support our channel to grow. This is my I decided to be engaging people, and my content pure is going to be about nature, walking in the forest, traveling. That's the content it's about, showing you different types of trees, types of animals that live in forests. This is not the only forest that I'm going to go to. I'm going to be in several forests around Kenya, around East Africa. I'm going to start from East Africa first of all. And as time passes, this is the railway line I was showing you. If we stay here for around 30 minutes or 20 minutes, we'll encounter a train coming from the town to taking people back home from work, because this is around 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. in Kenya. I think I've got lost, but I will try to ensure that I've gone into the forest. What was the specific route? Oh, it is here. This is the path I was looking. And finally, at least I got it. Irregardless, welcomed by the birds. Just look at that. Oh, yes, come. It's a good time, like kismet. Welcome. Good. You see? Big birds here. This is what I like coming and enjoying. This is what I call life and enjoyment, which sometimes feels vicious. So right now, let's see. Here we have a lot of branches. Okay. And the best thing with Kenyans, sometimes they take good care of the forest. And you see, we have big trees here, which is uncut, which have not been cut or have been put down. This is what I like. They are matured, and I believe this is the best forest that is well maintained. They cut and they plant. I've never come to this forest and found a tree that has been cut down. Of course, sometimes you meet people who come to fetch firewood, and they end up cutting the trees that have not matured. And in that case, I dislike that. That's the only time that I disagree with those people. You can see the way I'm walking. This is what we call enjoyment. Big break from the chaotic city back into the forest. Enjoy life. Feel well. Then on Monday, you go back to the chaotic city. Well, I'm fresher. That's why sometimes you get me not getting annoyed with people. I'm tolerant. And sometimes people think I'm good. But if you come here or you go to a forest and then you tend to relax, have good time, the following day, all of that week, all of quite a number of days, you will not be having a lot of trouble with people. You will be tolerant, you will be listening, you will not be emotionally retarded. The decision that you are going to make, they are actually going to be good decisions, or decisions that are controlled, that you make conscious. Not like somebody who always stay in the city, never get out. He goes to the office, he gets the chaotic of the office, the pressure, and then when he comes back to the office on a working day, you get that he get angry with everyone and with anything. He play church, he overthinks or she overthinks. And at the end, he or she is the one who is getting things not doing well. So basically, as I was saying, this is hide and seek. You will be seeing me here somehow. Then I go to other forests. We have to Ngong forest, the main forest. This forest is also bordered with schools. We have the school here close. Inside here we have schools. I will take you there one day. And you see, if I was a student, I would like to learn here, to study in a school in such a serene environment. Very quiet. But after all, I studied in the school similar, but it was in the village. And there it was just home. And it felt good. And then we came to the city and we became city people. So, can you look at these insects? Is there insects or what? What are they? Are those insects? Now, if you come here with short-sleeved dresses or shorts, I think you are going to have a long day with mosquitoes. But for me, can you listen? It's a very, very, very nice environment. That's why I tell you people, if you have a bad day, just get out of the house. You can spend, if you don't have a forest near you, you can spend even 200 and go to the nearest forest. And because some of the forest churches have entry charges, so you can have 300. It will change your life. That's around $3. But in this forest, they don't charge. It's a free entry from anywhere. It's very open and very good forest than other forests that we have within the city. So sometimes, of course, if you are somebody who's not used to walk alone or who was not raised up to be brave, then you need to come as a group. But for me, I'm good, man. I'm very good. Can you see? Epic. Wow. This is what I call life. I wish. Sometimes when I come inside here, I don't feel like getting out. That is the funniest part of it. I may stay here inside until 8 without realizing it's 8. And that time I'm getting out, just like I'm forcing myself to get out. So that's how this place is so peaceful. Then we have small grasshoppers. How do you call it? In our local language we call it evisase. But here I don't know how they call them. So as you watch, it's not about anybody telling you anything. So we are here. And of course, what you need to remember, the forest is under the management of the Forest Authority, that is KWF, Kenya Wildlife and Forests Authority, and they do a quiet maintenance. Like here they have cut down the weeds to create space for the planted tree to breathe so that they can grow. And also this place, sometimes I don't like the way they cut. I feel like they will leave it the way it's, to have this natural small trees grow, so that in case when we have drought time, they will weed out. But also, if they don't cut them, and on the dry season, these seasons, and someone lights up the fire, then the forest would be in a big problem. I think that's why they usually cuts the wheat out or the forest. Thank you so much for watching up to this level. We like you. Thank you for your support. Thank you because you always come here to watch. We are the #1 nature explorer, forest explorers, finding new hidden gems and bring you the content that has never been published anywhere. This is how we do it. We wish you all the best. Have a nice week. Have a nice day. Have a nice morning. Have a nice afternoon. Have a nice night, evening, or end time, wherever you are from. I am Maranga, and till we meet you next time. See you then.